everyone, thanks for stopping by my channel. So I wanted to do a quick book review, and if I sound like my voice sounds harsh or stuffy or my thoughts go out of whack, it's because I'm feeling a little sick today, sadly. So this book I wanted to review is just for if you want to read a really quick book and a really fun book, and you're kind of getting in the mood for like the holidays, for like Christmas and stuff. I think this is a really cute book to read, and it's called Decks with Holly by Marni Bates. And so what I'm going to do now is just give you the synopsis of the book, and it's not a spoiler alert or anything like that because it says it on the back, pretty much. The main character, well, there are two main characters. There's Holly and Nick. And it's really cool how this book goes. One chapter is in Holly's voice, and then the other chapter is in Nick's voice. And so Holly is going on a cruise to Mexico, from California to Mexico, with her family. She's going with her cousins and her aunt and uncle and her grandfather for her grandfather's birthday. And the way it is her grandfather's birthday, then it's Christmas, then it's her birthday. And so she doesn't really want to go because she doesn't get along with her cousins. They treat her bad, and her aunt is like really rude all the time too. And but she goes to support her grandfather on this cruise. And then on the other side you have Nick, who is a drummer in a band called Ready Set, and he's like, and they're a huge band, and they're always traveling, they're always on the road, always going from one thing to the next. And he's like, you know what, I want a break. We all need to take a break and do this, just relax, just do things we wanted to do. And for him, he wants to start songwriting. He wants to start, just trying it out, because the lead singer is the one who writes all the songs, and he has like these fabulous lyrics and all this kind of stuff. And Nick is like, you know what, I think I can write really good songs, and I want to try it out too. And he was kind of offered to come upon like the cruise ship, so that maybe later on Ready Set could perform on the cruise ship. So that's kind of like how he gets on the cruise ship, and so he goes on the cruise. And Holly gets like really sick. She gets super seasick, and she's like, I can't take it. And so she's going out for fresh air, and she winds up going to where like the suites are, like kind of like upstairs in the cruise ship, where all the really nice suites are. And there's like a door open. She's like, I'm gonna throw up right now. So she like runs to the door to go inside the suite, runs to the bathroom, and is just like so super sick and is just throwing up. And his door's open because I think room service came in, and they kind of like left the door open. And she's like, oh man, I'm like beyond so sick. And she's trying to like gather herself and like kind of like sneak out of his out of the hotel room, out of Dominic's. Oh well, he tells her his name is Nick. So if I go between Nick and Dominic, I'm talking about the same person. But anyway, so she's like, gonna try to like sneak out so he doesn't see her. But like, he's like in the room, and then he hears like some stuff going on in the bathroom. He's like, what? What is that noise? What's going on in the bathroom? What is happening here? He starts getting like a little afraid. It's like, oh no, they found me, like some sick, creepy bandits like stalking in the bathroom. And so he's going towards the bathroom, and she's like getting ready to come out, right? And when he sees her, because she's so seasick, she looks a hot mess. She looks so just tore up. And Dominic is like, later on he says, I thought you were a zombie. And what he does is he takes out pepper spray. Like, come on, it's like the funniest thing. He takes out pepper spray and is like spraying her, because he's like so scared. He thought that he was gonna get like killed or something. And so then later on, throughout the story, that whole scene is so funny, actually, because, well, I don't want to say too much, but it's, like, so funny. But then she, like, explains to him, I'm sick over here, this is, like, I don't know who you are. I'm sick, which is kind of ironic because she's a fan of Ready Set. But anyway, he's like, all right, you know what, I'm going to do the right thing here, even though he doesn't want to. He's like, I'm going to do the right thing, and you can spend the night in my room. So she's like, okay, good. So she sleeps on the couch. She spends the night there, and she kind of tried to like tiptoe out to sneak out of you know, his suite and go back to hers. And as soon as she opens the door, there's like this mob of teenage girls screaming, going crazy, and of course they have their camera phones out, and they're just like going nuts, and they're like, yo, who is she, and all this kind of stuff. And like Nick, he like jumps up or whatever, and he grabs her like from the door, like just grabs her and slams the door shut, you know, because he's like trying to get her away from that, and she's kind of like, what the heck? Like, why are those people out there like that screaming and going crazy? And then what happens later on is that, you know, all those teenage girls, they have their camera phones out and everything, and so they post pictures of like this scene, and then there's like a story going on in the tabloids saying that, oh, like he's abusive to this girl, you know, because she still looks a hot mess the next day, and her eyes all bloodshot and looking crazy, and then he had that angry look on his face, so there was like Ready Set Drummer beats up girl and like on the cruise ship and stuff, and then so Ready Set the band has to go through damage control. So what their plan is for Nick to pretend that Holly is his girlfriend, for them to pretend. And Holly agrees, and she has like her reasons for agreeing, of course. And she has her own like little stipulations as a part of the agreement to go along and to pretend to be his girlfriend. So that's basically what the story is about. And they're on the cruise ship for 2 weeks. They just like started the cruise, and it's like really cute and really fun. And of course, you know, they're spending a lot of time together, so they kind of like get on each other's nerves and stuff like that. And I think the story is predictable, but that doesn't mean it's not. It's still cute and fun. So when I first saw this cover, I didn't even read the back. I didn't even know what the back was about. But the reason why I decided to get it was because it looks like ABC Family. You know the show they show, ABC Family 25 Days Christmas? I was like, I need to read that. So it's like really cute, really funny, and it's really light. Like, there's like 200 something pages in this. It will not take you long to read this at all. And you're going to want to keep reading it. And what makes it cool and balances it out is that it alternates chapters. So one chapter Holly's speaking, next chapter Nick is speaking. I think Nick is like a really likable guy. Like, I like him. And he's like pretty funny. And what the author does is like this, she'll take the same scene and explain it from each other's perspective. So that makes it really good to see how they both felt about what happened and how they kind of like misread the other one's feelings and stuff like that. So yeah, this is a book I recommend for you to read for the holidays. That's with Holly by Marni Bates. If you guys have your own recommendations, please leave it in the comments below, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.